Welcome back to Living Local. November is National Diabetes Month, and today is World Diabetes Day. This day is used to spread diabetes awareness and education. This year's main focus is on the connection between diabetes and heart disease. Joining us in studio today is Lindsay Weiss. She is a registered dietitian with Hy-Vee. Lindsay, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thanks. It's World Diabetes Day, so it's important to be here for that.
Yeah, it's an incredibly important topic. So first of all, let's start. What is the science behind diabetes?
Yeah, so it is kind of complicated, but in a nutshell, there's multiple different types of diabetes. There's a couple normal ones that we talk about that you'll hear about. So type 1, type 2, you might hear something called pre-diabetes. We also have something called gestational diabetes. And they all mean slightly different things, but all of them generally mean your blood sugar is too high, your body has trouble clearing that out of you.
And why does high blood sugar matter? How does that affect our overall health?
Yeah, so it's really important. A lot of times when you think of high blood sugar, if you don't have symptoms, it might not think of it as a big deal. It is a big deal. It is something that can damage our tissues. It damages our heart, our blood, our valves. Everything in your body can be damaged by excessive high blood sugar.
Now, you mentioned the different types, so let's walk through those a little bit. What's the difference between type 1 and type 2?
Good question. So almost 95% of the people who have diabetes are type 2 diabetic. About 5% are type 1. And so type 1 is one that we call juvenile diabetes, or one that is more of an autoimmune disorder, whereas type 2 is a lifestyle thing typically.
Wonderful. So when it comes to managing diabetes, what are some tips that you could give people out there?
Sure, yeah. There's all kinds of different things we can do. You know, Hy-Vee dietitians are available at your disposal anytime if you have questions. You know, eating more fiber, making sure, number one, I think, is getting tested. So a lot of people, maybe even if you're 18 or older, you can still have diabetes and not know it. So juvenile or type 1 is one of those. You can be diagnosed up until age 30 or 40 years old. So it is important to just get tested. Don't be afraid to go to your doctor. Hy-Vee dietitians do blood screenings in our offices with these materials here. So just get tested, number one, above all.
Now, what are some symptoms of diabetes that would maybe motivate someone to be like, okay, these are some red flags, I should go get tested?
There's all kinds of different things. A lot of times it'll be excessive thirst, you know, excessive hunger, you know, fatigue. And those things happen because your body's blood sugar is so high, it's trying to get rid of it, and it's not able to actually absorb the energy from the sugars. And so you will have those problems usually.
Right, getting tested and getting that final answer is so important. Lindsay, you brought in a variety of food items today that you would recommend for people that have diabetes. So can you walk us through some of your favorites?
Sure, yeah. I mean, all of these that I brought today are great for people who have diabetes. They're great for people who don't have diabetes. It's hard to pick a few favorites. I do like the granola. This is a Sola granola, and all of these are focused on lower carb, lower sugar added, higher fiber, more protein. So all of those basics go into, you know, making sure that you're monitoring your blood sugar. And that's something that's really important for people who don't have diabetes. Even someone, a normal person who's healthy, it's important to understand the basics of nutrition and the education behind it, and get that education so that you know how to prevent it as well. Yeah, so, and we're also, we have Glucerna. This is some of our sponsors. We're actually doing free A1C screenings this month, so make sure you go online and check for times and dates for that. We've got a Good Idea drink. This is one of my...
A good idea? I've not heard of this before.
Brand new.
Sounds like a good idea.
It's one of my, I actually have tried it, I really like it, and this is something that has chromium in it, and this is, research is showing it's helping to decrease blood sugar spikes after you eat.
Wow.
So this could be something great for people who have diabetes to try after their meal or with their meal. So all kinds of good products over there. I just love all of them. Another big one of my favorites is the fiber, the psyllium husk. And so that one is a soluble type of fiber. It helps lower cholesterol as well, but it also helps us keep an even blood sugar throughout the day. So all kinds of goodies, good things to try.
Definitely. Now, you mentioned that the vast majority of people have type 2 diabetes, and that's the lifestyle diabetes. So what are some ways that people can prevent getting diabetes if they do not have it yet? Like, what are some risk factors?
Yeah, so really, you know, we talk about heart disease related diabetes. A lot of people who have diabetes maybe don't know about it. There's actually about 7 million people on average estimated that have diabetes and are undiagnosed. So it's really important to make sure you're keeping your heart values, so we're talking cholesterol, blood pressure, triglycerides, all of those under wraps. And what that is you need to get your blood tests annually from your doctor, or again from us at Hy-Vee. Our dietitians can do that. So it's just important to be tested and keep up with it, do it annually, making sure, I mean, things can change, flip of a switch. You could be young, you could be old, and you could have diabetes and not know it.
Right. So important to stay on top of that. What additional resources are available to people out there who are diagnosed with diabetes?
Sure. So, I mean, Hy-Vee dietitians, again, we're there. We have programs. We actually have a 10-week Begin for Diabetes program is what it's called. And so that is all about diabetes education and getting you on track. But we also are doing the free A1C screenings this month. So again, check on the Hy-Vee.com websites, and they might have it on our Facebook as well, posted, all of the dates and times for that. And then again, just using us, using your health professionals, keeping up with your annual screenings, your tests. And a big one is also, you know, taking medications as prescribed. A lot of people are diagnosed and then they get these medications prescribed to them, but I think we have a misunderstanding of what it means to take them correctly and to keep with them and keep refilling them. And there is a reason for that. So if anybody has questions, you know, ask your dietitian, ask your pharmacist, ask your doctor. It's very important to keep that communication going.
Well, Lindsay, thank you so much for spreading the education and awareness today. We sure appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right, you guys, for more information, you can visit Hy-Vee.com. We'll also have the details posted on ourquadcities.com. More Living Local continues after this break. Stay with us.